Good morning. By the grace of God, I'm good.
Doc is senior political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and I'm sure you've listened to Justin Frimpong Kodia on how he feels about the way the EC has handled the matter of the Electoral Commission. Let's start from that note. Do you agree with him that him saying, one, I'm unable to speak positively of the EC because of their inconsistencies? Based on that, he basically agrees with Johnson Asiedu Nketia that this EC needs to be reset and the people they need to be removed.
Well, actually, we got to look at things on their own merit. The ECs challenges have, manifested itself over the years, but in the current issue, one cannot necessarily come to the same conclusion. I don't know specifically what he meant by the EC's inconsistencies on this particular issue. I've really listened to Dr. Bosman when he was in Parliament. The case he made about the fact that there will be no rerun was premised on something else happening. He was clear about that. It was conditional. And we are all aware that those conditions have not been met. They have simply not been able to do the collation. It has been impossible for them to do it. And they need to move on. Ablekuma North needs its member of parliament. The people in the constituency need their representatives in parliament. And so the EC has got to move on. And moving on, he took the decision they have taken collectively with the political parties. If some of them simply had issues with this particular decision, that was their position. So, yes, he consulted them and eventually decided to move on. I think the EC is on the right path.
You think the EC is on the right path?
As far as this case is concerned, I think so.
Because his problem with the EC is this. You go to court and claim that all you need is police protection to collect all the results, not some, all the results. He's saying, Bosman Asari also goes to sit at Parliament and says that, they have 3 outstanding police stations. You say all this, and then you turn around to say that you need to write Rerun 19. What happened to the position you are taking on only 3 polling stations outstanding? So you're saying the inconsistencies alone make it difficult for them to accept what the EC is saying now?
The 3 constituencies in question are known to all of us. The issue there relates to the recollation. They couldn't get it done. Initially, the EC had decided to work with pin sheets which were not original. They were photocopies. The originals could not be produced by the parties concerned. Initially, they decided to work with it. And then they were challenged. The EC couldn't work with that. And somehow, following that challenge, they decided to uphold the challenge. And so, come to a decision that those polling stations with photocopied pin sheets are now to be added to the 3. And so they are saying they are doing the re-election over 19 polling stations. Well, how do we go about this challenge? Should we allow it to, hang around our neck? A decision will have to be taken. Should the EC work with pin sheets which are not original copies? That would be dubious. So I think that in agreeing to take out those constituencies whose pin sheets are not original is a fair decision for the EC to take. And here, you might come to a conclusion that they are inconsistent. They are not necessarily so.
But Doc, what you just said, that does not even justify the MPP's point, because there were 37 outstanding. In fact, There were more than 37. But part of it was dealt with pink sheets coming from the National Democratic Congress and copies coming from the New Patriotic Party. The New Patriotic and the 37 that were left, a substantial number of it was dealt with scanned pink sheets of the New Patriotic Party. I didn't know right when they say if you accept the other ones, why not accept the remainder that we have? And let's declare and go ahead.
If they think that there are issues with the ones they are rejecting, I think the benefit of the doubt should go to the EC.
I see. But what do you make of the MPP's decision then not to be part of the rerun?
I think it's legalistic. If you listen to them, they are, playing that card, saying that they don't want to be part of an illegality and stuff like that. I thought that the court should be allowed to make that pronouncement. Issues that are legalistic or otherwise, we know are pronounced on by the courts. Lawyers go to court with various understanding all the time, and they lose cases. So the mere fact that the MPP think that the EC is behaving illegally does not necessarily mean that that is the situation. You would have liked to see them participate in the election.
I see. But what does it say about the party? Because this is a constituency that you won by over 20,000 votes in 2020. In 2024, you are threatening brimstone and fire. Over 414 votes that you said you won it by.
I mean, I think that the issue is clear. The party is in disarray. The outcome of the last election says it all. The party is in a terrible business. When something like that happens in a political party, the main challenge will be traced to the Constitution. The Constitution establishes that framework within which all the politics unfold. The problem is with their politics, the choices that they make, the decisions that they make in and out of government. And that is what has brought them into disrepute with the public. They don't want to face that issue. I like to believe that, it is this issue that you raised because Ablekuma should be considered a safe seat for the MPP. As things are now, it is not. And we know that is not the only safe seat that went out of their hands in the last elections. And even their performance in Ashanti region says it all. The party is in a big trouble. And we are seeing a play out of this situation in the party.
Should that also be interpreted to mean that the MPP does not believe that it is ready for any form of battle yet?
When your constitution that guides your actions and inactions, have issues, holes, you got to go there and fix it and restructure the organization, reform yourself. They are not doing that. They are trying to, work with some corner cutting, and it is not working. It is this confusion that, to me, is also playing out in this Ablekuma issue. They are not settled. They are not settled. They are not able to relax and take, pragmatic decisions to address the issues that come up at this material moment in time. They are not.
Do you think their unreadiness to participate should affect the rerun in any way?
I don't expect that to be. Electoral laws simply work with a simple majority. It doesn't really consider who is participating in it or not. Political parties, play active role in democracies. But electoral laws are not necessarily focused on them. We count heads in all our elections, parliamentary and presidential. We count heads. It means that the focus is on individuals. So if the party is saying what they are saying, the electoral laws simply have not seen it. They are just going to go ahead with it, and people who come to vote, will vote. The results will be counted, and a winner declared.
And let me conclude with this, because the EC has been accused over time of always towing the line that is drawn by the New Patriotic Party. Essentially, whatever the MPP says is what they do. Is it to their credit or disadvantage that the same MPP General Secretary of the MPP, a significant power broker now, is saying that the party can no longer stand in defense of the same Electoral Commission they were said to control a few months ago?
On what basis is the General Secretary of any political party, put up to defend the EC's actions and inactions? I think the EC's defense could come from the legal instruments that establishes it and that guides its actions and inactions. So those of us who are all, if you like, actors in the scene, individuals, political parties, if you are to come to the defense of the EC, it should be on the basis of the instruments establishing them, the powers they have, and how they appropriate these, powers to act in one or another way. So when you say that we can't defend them any longer, you are exposing yourself. Have you over the years taken positions which are, improper, inappropriate? You are simply defending it as an end in itself. That statement, if he made it, is ambiguous to me.
Okay. Look, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Most welcome.
Dr. Kwesi Amakye Boateng, political science lecturer, coming from University of Science and Technology, join us on the line. Just a few, some message from our partners that way. We need money. In the meantime, if you're looking for authentic, durable, and long-lasting UPVC and HDP pipes for all your plumbing and construction needs, then look no further. Did you know for over 50 years, Duraplast Limited has been the only name behind quality and durable pipes in Ghana and in other West African countries? Duraplast Limited precision is a virtue we trust most, hence our consistency in providing you with ISO certified quality UPVC and HDP pipes for accurate and excellent plumbing or electrical works, including drainage pipes for free flow of water without implosive blockages. For water storage, Duraplast gives you the ultimate in water storage.